All right, so we got to talk about this, y'all. As you all know, Trump decided to demolish the East Wing of the White House. And he says he's going to build his Epstein Memorial Ballroom over there. Now, it needs to be noted, none of this was fucking legal. He has no legal authority to just decide on a whim to destroy the East Wing of the White House and build what he wants. None of this got through Congress. None of this was zoned appropriately. I mean, he really is a clear-cut example of just act first and worry about the consequences later, and that's how he gets away with most of his shit. But if anybody in this system had some balls and was willing to stand up, you could easily fucking nip all this shit in the bud, because all of it is completely and utterly against the law, and people should be fucking locked up en masse, if we're being honest, okay? Including Trump himself. But he decided to do that. He also, redesigned the Lincoln bathroom and was bragging about that. He ripped up the Rose Garden and turned it into like a Ramada Inn cheesy ass patio. And this is stuff he was focusing on. Meanwhile, what did he do? He let Marco Rubio run the foreign policy and get us into multiple new wars. He let Stephen Miller run immigration policy and go full Nazi. He let Elon Musk and Russ Vought run domestic policy and economic policy and drove the fucking car right into a ditch, because now they're cutting pediatric cancer research and the National Weather Service and all these things that we need. So he was in the back fucking, minding his business, doing interior decoration type stuff as he listens to Phantom of the Opera music. And all those guys are driving the country into a ditch, and Trump every now and then will pop up for an issue he cares about and assert himself, like stealing Venezuela, wanting to steal Greenland. So you got that stuff going on with the East Wing. Funny enough, that was like the big thing that actually made his poll numbers crash the most. Is people saw what he was doing with the East Wing, and they saw how obsessed he was with building this ballroom. And people finally, they got it. They saw in very clear terms, I'm over here worrying about paying the bills. This guy should be looking out for me, trying to lower the price of groceries. And instead, he's bragging about this fucking ballroom that he wants to build. Just totally self-obsessed, complete asshole. Well, guess what? Some theories have been floated about what's really going on there with the Epstein Memorial Ballroom. And one of the theories was, and this one is more conspiracy, this one I haven't seen enough convincing evidence of, but some people say it looks like they're trying to create a data center that's right underneath the where the ballroom is, okay? That was one theory, because they want all that power and they want to be able to have this immense, this immense AI network accessible right from the White House. That was one theory. But it turns out one of the things that we just learned is true is the other theory, which started out as a conspiracy, which is that they're upgrading the Doomsday bunker, which was underneath there. So look at this. The Daily Beast says, Trump secretly upgrading bunker where he cowered from protests. The administration is using the secretive project to deflect questions about the demolition of the White House East Wing. New details have emerged about a top-secret construction project taking place underneath the White House. A new CNN report includes what little is known about the construction efforts, focused on a defensive bunker underneath what was formerly the East Wing of the White House. The East Wing, which was controversially demolished by President Trump in October in order to build his own $400 million ballroom, sat atop a secure underground facility built by President Franklin D. Roosevelt during World War II. So you can see here, this red portion is the new ballroom footprint, which is fucking gigantic and disgusting and a mess. But also that would be, I think, where the bunker is underneath there. Okay. In addition to above-ground demolitions, the underground facilities are also understood to have been dismantled. Few details are known about the construction project, but a source with knowledge of the matter told CNN that the space will likely be replaced with new technology to counter evolving threats. All right, so pause on that. Are we talking about some semblance of a data center under there? Are they trying to get some AI shit under there? I don't know. They continue. Evidence given by a senior White House official suggests the Trump administration is using the top-secret nature of the work to deflect questions about the legality of its decision to demolish the iconic old East Wing structure without approval. At a recent meeting of the National Capital Planning Commission, the commission that would typically be required to approve changes made to the White House Director of Management and Administration Joshua Fisher said the ballroom project will enhance mission-critical functionality, make necessary security enhancements, and deliver resilient, adaptive infrastructure aligned with future mission needs. Okay. When asked why the Trump administration demolished the East Wing without seeking the commission's approval, Fisher cited the sensitive nature of the project. There are some things regarding this project that are frankly of top secret nature that we are currently working on. That does not preclude us from changing the above-grade, above-ground structure, but that work needed to be considered when doing this project, which was not part of the NCPC process, Fisher said, according to CNN. In addition, the White House argued in a court filing made last week in response to a lawsuit seeking to stop the construction of Trump's ballroom that doing so would, quote, endanger national security and therefore impair the public interest. The Daily Beast has contacted the White House for comment. The facility beneath the former East Wing previously hosted the Presidential Emergency Operations Center, which was utilized during the September 11th attacks and later by Trump in May 2020 during the George Floyd protests. In response to reports about his use of the bunker, Trump demanded that officials find and prosecute those responsible for leaking information to the press. In his book on the 2020 election, Wall Street Journal reporter Michael Bender wrote, Trump boiled over about the bunker story as soon as they arrived and shouted at them to smoke out whoever had leaked it. It was the most upset some aides had ever seen the president. Quote, whoever did that, they should be charged with treason, Trump yelled. They should be executed. Above ground, Trump envisioned a new 2-story building that will host his extravagant ballroom, complete with monumental stairs, guest suites, and passageway connecting it to the main residence. One of the few pieces of the 123-year-old East Wing to be salvaged, a bust of President Abraham Lincoln, was relocated to the West Wing colonnade. Quote, I got this from the East Wing, Trump told his 18-year-old granddaughter Kai in a vlog titled Christmas at the White House. This came out of the East Wing, the famous East Wing. This looks good, doesn't it here? The same man that did the Mount Rushmore. Okay. Something fishy's going on here, bro. Something fishy's going on here. And the Occam's razor interpretation is they are upgrading the emergency bunker. They're upgrading it. They're redoing it. They're improving upon it. Potentially there may be some creepy thing like some AI data center that's being created that's going to be used. I don't know about that part. But the fact that, national security leads me to believe for sure they're upgrading that bunker. Now, the part that's so fucking creepy about that is, as many people pointed out, he's moving like he'll never have to face an election again. He's warmongering with fucking everybody all the time. He just kidnapped Maduro from Venezuela. He's coercing and extorting the new leader of Venezuela. He's threatening to steal Greenland. He also has threatened Canada in the past, Panama, Cuba, Colombia. The list goes on top of bombing Nigeria and Somalia and Syria and Iran. And you got all this stuff, all this warmongering going on. And when I look at this, I go, does he have plans to do something like actually drop nukes? Does he have plans that are so above and beyond what anybody's thinking right now that he knows, I'm going to need this upgraded bunker, that's why I'm upgrading it. And when the time comes, I will unleash hell on the world and I will go into that bunker. It's totally fucking ominous. It's totally fucking creepy. And at this point, with how mentally gone he is, as we've seen firsthand time and time again, you got to start asking these questions. Why the fuck is he doing this? Totally illegally, didn't get anything approved. Why is he doing this? What else does he have planned? What hell does he have that he's going to unleash on the rest of the world before his bitch ass escapes and runs away to the safety of that bunker? I don't know, man, but I feel like there's something big in the works. I really do. And I feel like more people should be talking about this. More people should be covering it. The fact that this is all unapproved, he's upgrading the Doomsday bunker. Like, why are you doing that? What are you planning on doing that you think you're going to fucking need that? This is all so out of hand. It is so immensely out of hand, and it's time for everybody to wake the fuck up.
Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.